Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Planet Coaster Harder Mode. Today, well, I hope you're having a wonderful day because this is gonna be part 10 of our Harder Mode Let's Play. I'm really bad with numbers, you might have noticed, but it's gonna be part 10 of the Harder Mode Let's Play. Things are going relatively well for Challenge Park, as it's called. Things are going relatively well. Not ideal. There's definitely, this definitely isn't going perfectly because we aren't making as much money as I would like. And I'm not entirely sure why we're not making as much money as I would like. Because this ride, the log flume that we built in the last episode, is full. The queue is constantly full. And I think some people are turning away because I upped the price to $9 as opposed to $8. But the queue for this ride is constantly full. And I just don't get it. I don't get why we're not making money. I guess we're not making money because people are being turned away from the ride because there's no space in the queue. But the question then becomes, how do I can't really make more space here, can I? I also can't get people moving through this ride any quicker than they already are. So, yeah, we need to figure out how else to make money because we're not making any at the moment. Interestingly, rides and tickets is currently costing me more than it's making, and I'm noticing that that might have something to do with the fact that rides are breaking down a fair bit at the moment. So it's possible that we might need to get another mechanic, and I'm thinking that that might be for the best if we just get a couple more mechanics. I don't know why we're losing money because we have finished a marketing campaign and we don't have any loans. Yet here we are making nothing from our rides. And I'm also wondering if it's possible that the majority of people want to go on Moist. I love that name. I'm wondering if that's the case though, if most people want to go on that ride and they can't because the queue is constantly full. Now that said, money seems to be recovering at the moment a little bit, but I mean, we're 12 days into April of year 24. We've made $1,500 from shops and facilities, but yet rides and tickets are making nothing. Maybe we need a new ride. Maybe it is a huge problem that rides constantly break down. I mean, that is part of harder mode, don't get me wrong. That's kind of part of the selling point of the mode is that, you know, rides are going to break down a lot. But at the same time, it's kind of annoying. It is kind of annoying. I mean, you there, Mr. Mechanic. I would like to click on you because, yeah, if I was to get you trained, we could make you skilled. And having a skilled mechanic seems like it would probably make sense. Where are you off to? That ride didn't break. No, it didn't break down either. That's fine. This is functioning, which is good. People are moving through, which is also good. It is also worth noting, you might notice these guys get onto that log. Oh, it actually took off. Never mind. These guys got onto that one. And it's not actually doing the thing I wanted it to do. I turned off the don't block station thing. The time that must elapse before the train can depart. I'm going to say 5 seconds. But the what I've done is I've turned off don't block station, and what happens is if people move quick enough, then more people are gonna... Let's up the max waiting time to 140. More people should filter in. It's just not doing it at the moment. I'm not quite sure why. But basically, if a car still has room in it, more people should filter around. I think the reason the cars aren't waiting as well is because they are sat back there for so long before they get back through to the station. Maybe we knock that down to like 2 seconds. So that... Oh, that's not full. Why is that one not moving? 3 seconds? Okay, so they got off. And then they are away. Okay, that was weird. That was very, very strange. Apparently the game doesn't like 2-second departure intervals. Which is fair. That's fair enough, I suppose. Can't say I'm a fan of that. I mean, the problem we're having as well is that the people aren't getting off the ride quick enough. I kind of wish they could get off the ride back here and then just go along this way and exit while the other people are getting on. Maybe having the exit on the other side would have been an idea. I don't know if I can do that, but maybe that would have done something. Either way, rather than sitting about and tickling my pickle, I'm going to take a loan. I'm going to take a $10,000 loan so that we can actually do something today. Because I have gone ahead and researched the Sundial, which is a new ride. And I kind of fancy placing a new ride. So, let's see if we can get this thing to look interesting anywhere. Now, it is an interesting looking ride. I could put it right at the front here. But I feel like I kind of want to throw it almost back here where the teacups are. And I'm curious to see, is it the same size? It is actually the same size as the teacups. So, I'm going to delete the teacups. And what I'm going to put in its place is the sundial. And I'm going to sort of put it that way. And raise it up a little bit. No, it's obstructed apparently. I'm not quite sure what's obstructing it. But I'm thinking that what we'll do is we'll sort of... Oh, that's not right. That's also not right. That's a problem. I'm thinking what we'll do though is we can go ahead and put the sundial in here and move a lot of my kids' rides at some point. I don't know if we'll do it today, but at some point I want to move a lot of the kids' rides into their own area. Again, coming back to that idea of having different themed areas for the park. I want to have a kids-themed area at some point. I don't know when that point will be. I know I want to get one in here at some point. So hopefully that's a thing we can do. I'm also thinking the sundial is going to go this way. Because then it's going to be swinging up and sort of in towards the park, which I think could look kind of awesome. So we throw it in there. The entrance for the sundial, I'm going to put it just sort of back there. So there is going to be a bit of a lengthy queue on this one. And the exit is going to go just right about there, I guess. I like the blue base on that. I think it looks pretty cool. Let's get this entrance path connected though. And the entrance for this can also be blue, because why not? So we'll bring this path around, just sort of curving it out as we go. And then I want to sort of curve it that way. And that way. And then down. And then connect it like that. I can't say I'm a huge fan of the way it's working there, though. I don't like that it does the stairs into a slope thing. That's always a bit strange. That works, though. Just a regular little slope there. That totally seems like it works. So let's let's open the ride. Let's actually change that queue to the concrete one as well, because I think it'll look a little bit better. So we'll change that up like so. Get that one. There we go. And that little bit at the end as well. So that is actually looking really cool at the end there. The queue scenery rating could be a little bit better, but we can totally fix that. We'll get some acacia trees just back there. We'll get one of the giant acacia trees back there as well. And we'll get one sort of in there too. Then back this way, just a few of these trees. Just to decorate everything and make it look pretty. Because that's what we gotta do. Gotta make everything look pretty. What's the scenery rating? It is 85%. That'll do. Well, will it do though? Actually, I think I can get some bushes in here. This little bit in here is looking a little bit bare. While we're doing that though, let's just run the simulation. There's no point leaving it paused while the ride could be making me some cash. Even though I'm going to be losing cash because of the loan that I took to even build this thing, so... Yeah, we're gonna want to hopefully be making some good money off of these rides. But considering it is a new ride, you would expect it to make something. And I'm hoping it does. Because if it doesn't make anything, then we have a problem. Now let's see, let's get this tree just there. Yeah, sort of like that. Sort of like that. And A little bit like that as well. There we go. So there's a couple of people going out to the Sundial, which is fine. Doesn't have much in the way of prestige, but hopefully we can fix that. Let's see what else we can do then. We still have some money. I don't want to spend every penny that we have, but I forgot we had this. I forgot. I totally forgot that we got a new type of coaster, didn't we? We got this thing. Now, obviously, it is a pre-built. I don't know when I got this. Obviously, it is a pre-built. Obviously, I could build my own coaster. But I don't know if I want to build my own coaster. Especially looking at the work I did on the log flume. I could put this way out there. Or if I move those trees, I can probably put it in that location. Now, obviously, that does mean that Looney Balloons is going to have to move, but I'm very tempted to do that. Because I think a little coaster in there could look awesome. I don't know. I'm very tempted here. Let's give this a shot. Let's remove those trees and see if I can get the coaster right in there. So, coasters, this one. Let's rotate it to be like that. And I'm thinking there. I don't think I can sink this one down all that much, can I? It has to be that height. There we go. Job done. The madness has been placed. And I like it. I do. I absolutely like it. Now let's see if we can move Looney Balloons to even there. Honestly, it's probably a fine location for it. So Looney Balloons can stay there. We'll move this bench to there. We'll move that bench to there. And we'll delete that bench. Because what we can do is go ahead and place the entrance for this right there. Place the exit just there. Then the entrance path for the madness can be this black one. Actually, let's just go with the gray one. I kind of like the look of it. We'll just go with the gray one. Then slope it down slightly. And let's see. We're probably going to want a decent length queue on this. Which is going to be tricky. Definitely going to be a tricky one. But I guess I'm going to give it my best shot. So bring it back like that. No, that's not really going to work, is it? Huh. I guess this sort of thing works. I mean, I guess that kind of does the job, doesn't it? It gives us a fair bit of length on the queue, at least. As for the exit, I mean, that's going to be a bit more tricky. But we can go straight to stairs on that one. And I guess the exit can just come straight through. It just means that we don't really have much of a priority pass. I do want to test, though, and see if I can go to here and do just a staircase down with that as well. No, that one's not going to let me do a staircase, which is annoying. But that works. A bit of a steep slope at the end there, but it works. All right. Let's go ahead and enable a priority pass queue so that we can have one there, really? Okay. Then I can have the exit there, and the queue itself is going to need to sort of go. I mean, it can't go there, can it? All right, let's try this again. Entrance is going to be, I guess, sort of there. The exit is going to have to be there, and then we connect it around like so. I like it. I think that works. Maybe we'll make it that color, though, just to be a little bit different on that one. Or, no, cobblestones. We'll go with a cobblestone path on that one. That looks pretty cool. So we have a small priority pass section on that, but it means you can skip that loop right there, which I think people might appreciate. I hope people might appreciate that. We'll go ahead and throw a big ol' acacia tree in there. And we'll get one just... actually, let's just go with birch trees on this one. Let's get a bunch of big old birch trees in here and see if we can just make this area a little bit more pleasant to queue in. It does mean you're not going to be seeing the ride that you're queuing for, but I guess that builds suspense and anticipation. And absence from seeing it shall make the heart grow fonder, as they say. I don't think that phrase is often used with regards to roller coasters, but absence makes the heart grow fonder, is what we'll say. That's going to be our excuse for all of these trees throughout the entire park. The absence from seeing the rides is going to make you more keen to go on them. That's marketing speak 101 right there. Take a phrase that everybody knows, apply it to your product, and then trademark it. That's marketing 101. Wow, that's sleazy marketing 101. That's ever so, well, I was going to say ever so slightly sleazy marketing 101. That's very sleazy marketing 101. But there you go. Bet you didn't expect to learn that in a Planet Coaster video. Yeah, alright, let's see. Chuck just a bit of that along there. Chuck a little bit of that along here. And that should pretty much do it, to be honest. If we get just a couple of these guys in here. Just like that. That's got to have a high scenery rating on that queue, right? Yeah, 100%. All right, let's test this ride. We don't have that much money left, but hopefully this thing's going to do a good job. So that goes down like that, goes around like that, backflips, goes around there, and then comes into the station, and done. So we'll open that, and hopefully we're going to see a lot of people go straight for that ride. I mean, there's a couple. That was definitely a couple. Thus far, I'm seeing some good stuff. I do want to make sure that this thing waits as well. I want a full load of ride. Why did they get off the ride? That seems a bit strange. Yeah, we're gonna have them wait until that thing's as full as it can be. Those guys are gonna get off, and those guys are gonna get on. There we go. All right. Yeah, there's actually a fair few people that are queuing up here, so that's exciting. We have a second roller coaster. We have a bunch of people waiting. I know that someone's gonna comment and say, "Why didn't you build it? It would have been more interesting if you built it." And I love this, by the way. I fully accept that building roller coasters is a bit more interesting to watch than just placing a prefab one, but I don't know enough about roller coasters, and I really don't like my design of roller coasters. Like, I don't really like this. I know this thing can't really twist and turn and loop because physics, but I don't know roller coaster design at all. And I can't be bothered. Like, every time I explain this as well, I explain this every single time, and people still don't get it. I don't know roller coaster design. And rather than put up with people that can't accept the fact that I don't know roller coaster design, but I'm going to try and give it my best anyway, I'm just going to not build roller coasters. Because every time I do, the comments are always the same. It's like, "Oh my god, your roller coaster's so bad." To which my response is, "Did you even watch the video? I expressly mentioned that I don't know how to build them. So I just don't build them anymore. I let other people do that on YouTube who are much better at it than me. I just have fun. I use prefabs. It's the way to go. Just constant prefabs, and I don't have money anymore." Okay, good. I was wondering why I couldn't place that there. Now that said, we're not losing as much money as we could be. That's probably, actually no, we are paying $1,500 per month on this loan, which isn't bad. I would like to crank that up to $2,000 per month on that loan, so it's only going to take 4 months to repay. We're not doing any marketing either at the moment, which is completely fine. Down this way, it looks like it actually looks like Moist isn't as popular as it was. I'm assuming this had broken down for some at one point there. I can only assume. Oh, so that's interesting. I've got 2 rewards in here. Don't mind if I do. Alrighty, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize I had those 2 rewards to claim. But that makes me kind of happy because it means I can go ahead and finish what I was doing here, which was just putting in some miscellaneous junk to make this area look a little bit more pleasant and like a jungle, as it's been described. And I feel like that's a fair name. I feel like, you know, I feel like calling this place a jungle is pretty fair, especially when, like, this is the main street. but I also think it looks really interesting. Like, just standing here and seeing that thing rising above everything behind there. It just looks interesting. Same with that. Like, you stand here and you've got that line of trees and all that with the coast or the log flume rising above it. It's just interesting looking to me. I really do like it. I really, really do. Now, something I think I will do whilst I have a little bit of money is I am going to go to staff. I am going to get another mechanic. And we'll plop him there. And I think I will hire another one. Just to make sure that when a ride breaks down, or if multiple rides break down at one time, as they frequently do, it just means that we have plenty of mechanics to deal with those problems. Also, I'm aware that Christmas, at the time that this episode has gone out, has just passed, but we're going to leave the Christmas decorations up for the time being. For the time being, we'll take them down in the next episode, I think, but we'll leave them up for today. Just because you kind of do. It's what you do. You leave the Christmas decorations up a little bit after Christmas, just because, you know, that's what you do. It's what you do. Oh no, this is a familiar sight. Minus $3,300. The good news is that my money is going up. We are making some cash, and we have paid off the loan in its entirety. It is just a little annoying that we aren't in a situation where we can spend any money at the moment. Something I will do, though, and something I've been slightly considering doing, is we're going to charge. We're going to say that it's going to be $1 per guest and $1 per family to get into the park. That's how it's going to work. You pay $1 to get in here, or you don't get in, basically. And if people don't like that, they don't like it. But that's how we roll. It's how we're going to roll around here. It's what we're gonna do. If you want into my park, you have to pay. We have great rides. We have the, what do you call it? This thing? The Sundial. We have the Forge. We have the Cube, which is currently broken. We have the Kickflip, the blue thing, the Wild Blue. The Wild Blue. The Rocktopus, the Hammer Swing, the Carousel, the Sun Flare. We have the Whirly Rig, we have a coaster, we have this thing, and the Cycola. We have rides, we have lots of them, and if people don't like that, then that's too bad for people, but I'm not gonna take that price away. That's not how this is gonna work. We're gonna keep that price there. I will say, that Sundial kicking itself up into the air like that at the end of this road looks amazing. Looks absolutely amazing. I will say as well, it is going to take a little bit of time for us to make this money back here. Like I said, we are making cash. It is just taking a bit of time for it to really have much effect. So, ladies and gents, I am going to leave it there for today. Probably a bit of a shorter episode than usual, but we did get a new coaster in here. We did get a new ride in here, and I have got plans to very soon start working on the themed areas of the park as well. I think that could be a lot of fun. I want to start with the kids area, so we can eventually get the teacups back, we can move the carousel, and we can move the Whirly Rig, as well as researching some other kids rides as well. And to be honest, I think the kids area can be themed with the gingerbread stuff, the kind of festive stuff, just because I think that'll look kind of fun. Yes, it's going to look wintry. Well, I can probably make it look more fantasy than... I can make it look more like Disney fantasy than winter, I reckon. And that's going to be my goal. So with that in mind, ladies and gents, thank you kind of for watching. If you liked the video, like the video, and don't forget to share it in social media. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!